Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, period. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the moon phases. It's another witchcraft video. You're welcome. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the moon phases and what type of rituals you can do during each moon phase. But the ones we're going to be particularly focusing on today is the full moon and the new moon. But I am going to tell you guys all the moon phases and that you can do magic on pretty much all the moon phases, but it's a specific magic you should do on each moon phase. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the full moon and the new moon because that's just off the top of my head right now because I don't have my book of shadows with me in this chair. So these are the two that I know off the top of my head, and I'm going to give you guys all the information that you need for the full moon and the new moon, and I'm also going to give you a ritual that I personally do on both of those moon phases. So if you guys are ready to get into it, let's get into it. But before we do, pause. My name is Nadi. I am a witch and a root worker who loves to create Black women as supernatural beings, which means I am an artiste, and I also love fashion and makeup. So if that's something you're into, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see more from me, and comment down below what other videos you would like to see. It could be on witchcraft, it can be on hoodoo, it can be on being your best self, it can be on painting or drawing. Just let me know. I am here for you. Okay, now let's get into the video, right? So, like I said, we're going to be talking about the moon phases. The first one is the full moon. It's not really the first in like the phases, but like it's the first one I'm about to talk about. So during the full moon, you can release things, you can cut people off, you can cut things out that you don't want out of your life. You also can manifest on the full moon, but I typically don't do that. I don't use the full moon for manifestation unless it's like a big astrological event that you like should manifest on the full moon, then I would. But like if it's like a normal full moon or like a full moon that's just coming up, I normally release, and so I can bring in new things and release any baggage, any pain. I also cut off people during the full moon because it's a really good time to release and to, you know, try to be your better self during the full moon and like welcome in things that you want to be or stuff like that. So during the full moon, one of my rituals are I take out my journal for like full moons and new moons and stuff like that for my new moons, for my new moon ritual, or like my full moon rituals. That's what that journal is for. I really wish I can go get it and show you guys how the journal looks, but I can't right now. But I use that journal to do every single ritual, whether it be a manifestation ritual, a new moon ritual, or a full moon ritual. So my full moon rituals, I say a quick prayer and thanks to, not even quick, it's just like a prayer and thanks to my ancestors and guides. And I make sure I meditate as well. I normally meditate for 10 to 15 minutes during this ritual. I will do my third eye chakra so I can open up my third eye and talk to my guides to see what I should release, what baggage should I just let go during this full moon. And they'll normally tell me, or sometimes I know what I need to release during the full moon. So after I do that and talk to them and meditate, I do my tarot. I read some cards to see what this full moon, what messages I should intake during this full moon. If you can't read tarot, you can skip this part. You don't have to do that, guys. Just tailor it to you. Make sure you tailor your ritual to you. So after I do that, I then take out my journal and I write down 3 to 5 things I want to release. But before I write those 5 things down, I say another quick thank you to my guides for helping me release this, and I say another quick thank you to the moon for helping me release this. A bird. It's pretty. Another one. They so pretty. I'm sorry, but oh, my earring came out. They gorgeous, y'all. Okay, but another one. I'm sorry. But so basically, I say another quick thank you to my guides, and I write out like a whole paragraph to make sure that I thank them for every single thing I need to thank them for, because they are the GOAT. I love them so fucking much. Freaking. I love them so freaking much. I'm gonna stop trying to curse on here. So After I say that, I write those 3 to 5 things down that I need to release or that I would like to release during the full moon. And then I close out with thank you so much for having me release this. I am glad that I have let this go. And period. That's it. I close the book. I put that book underneath my bed because that also helps me to forget about it. So when you do this, make sure you forget about what you want to do. And that's the quickest way things will come to you if you just let it go. So after I do that, I take a sheet of paper and I sit at my desk, or I sit at my place, or I sit in my bed, and then I write down the 3 to 5 things that I wrote in that journal. I write it on that piece of paper. And then after I write on that piece of paper, I fold the paper, and I don't fold it for a number of times, but usually I think it's 3. That's what came to my mind, 3. I fold it 3 times, and after I fold it 3 times, I take my bowl. It is heart-shaped. It's a heart-shaped bowl, and it's like my bowl to burn things in for rituals and stuff like that. So I take that bowl and I come out here outside and under the full moon, because where I am, I can clearly see the full moon. And normally I would stand right in front of where my camera's at, but like near there, and the full moon will be shining down on me. I'll look up at the moon and I would take in its energy and its light and all that good stuff that comes from the moon. After I do that, I burn the paper. And I don't burn it in my house because I used to do that and that shit scared me. That shit gave me anxiety. I'm like, oh shit, the house is gonna burn down. I don't wanna do this. So instead, I just go outside and take it outside. And honestly, once I burn it underneath the full moon, I actually feel whatever I'm trying to release. Because that's another way to release things, is to burn it with fire. So I would just sit under the full moon, burn the piece of paper with all the stuff that I want to release underneath the full moon. And when I'm done, I look up at the moon and I thank her for helping me release. I take the ashes that are in the bowl and I scatter it in front of this bush here that I have here. And after I'm done, I say another quick prayer to my guides, and then the ritual is done. It's a pretty long ritual. It's a long to say ritual, but that's what typically works for me during the full moon when I need to release things. I also, if I need to cut somebody off, I do a cutting off ritual as well. Also under the full moon, you can charge your crystals, you can cleanse your tarot or charge your tarot. So that's what I do underneath the full moon as well. I think that's about it for the full moon part. Let's get into the new moon, the one I like the most. That's my moon. I like the new moon. So during the new moon is typically when you want to manifest. Okay? New moon, you manifest. Full moon, you release. Some people release on the full, no, some people manifest on the full moon, like I said, but I personally don't. I feel like the full moon is just to release, unless it's like an astrological event and you should do it like 9 times out of 10, because they'll just like amplify your manifestations. But new moon, I manifest. So during the new moon is typically when you want to bring in new things, like new people, new love, new life, new clarity, like new shit, like new beginnings. That's what the new moon signifies. I can't stop cursing. New things, that's what the new moon signifies. So during the new moon, what you should do is to try to manifest what you want to happen for that month. And every single new moon, if you can keep up with it, you should try to do that as well. And also do something for the full moon. And it could be, you can release anything. If it's like anxiety you need to release it. If it's like scared, if it's like fear, release that as well. So I'm sorry I keep going back to full moon, but the new moon, that's where we at. So yeah, during the new moon, you can manifest anything that you want for that month. And that's what I typically do. I normally manifest like 3 to 5 things. Normally three, because I can like focus more. So during the new moon, this is my ritual. You know, I take a shower, do all that good stuff, and then I get my journal out again. And before I get out my journal, like I said, I meditate, I speak to my guides. Sometimes I read tarot, sometimes I don't, but I normally don't do tarot on the new moon because I don't feel called. Oh, that was a squirrel. I don't feel called to do that. So after I meditate, I get out my journal and I write three to five things about what I want to manifest. And the way I write it out is I write it in present tense, like I already have it. So I'll say, I am so happy and grateful for the $20,000 I make this month. Or I'm so happy and grateful that this month I reached 400 subscribers on YouTube. And I say that, and when I write it out, I feel into the emotion, and I also listen to some manifestation music as well, so it can amplify my manifestations. So I do that too. And after I write down those 5 things, and before you write down those 5 things, make sure you write like a paragraph thanking your guides or whoever you serve or follow beforehand, because you know they help you with your stuff, so they deserve, period. So once I've done that, meditated, I journal, did all the good stuff, I close my journal, put it underneath my bed, and then just forget about whatever I'm manifesting. Then after I have completed all of that ritual, I would go to sleep, but it'll usually take a long time for me to go to sleep, but I would go to bed, and while I am drifting to sleep, I think about the things that I was trying to manifest. And that's a good way to manifest as well when you're on the verge of sleep, because it'll come like, because it's like your subconscious mind wanting the things that you want to happen. So that's what I do during a new moon. I journal, meditate, manifest, and then I manifest again as I drift off to sleep. And sometimes I have like very vivid dreams. So listen to the dreams that you get on the new moons and the full moons, because that's what you are supposed to do. And I also forgot to tell you guys about the moon phases. So the phases of the moon are the full moon, the new moon, the first quarter, the last quarter, the waning gibbous, the waxing gibbous, the waning crescent, and the waxing crescent. Did I get that right? Hold on. I did. Don't talk to me, please. I got it right, y'all, off the first try, and I wasn't even paying. That's power. Do y'all want some of this power? I'm gonna give it to y'all, because y'all deserve. But really, back to what I was saying. So those are the phases of the moons. I know that sometimes you can work on the other ones. I know one moon is for banishing, but I haven't done a banishing spell yet. And when I do like banishment spells, I just do it on like regular days and use the Book of Psalms, which is like a huge book of spells to banish stuff and cut people off, or protection. And let me know if you want a video on the Book of Psalms and, you know, how to use those spells effectively, because I can do that as well, because I say Psalms every single night before I go to bed, and the way that it has amplified the abundance in my life and the protection in my life, we need to get into it. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So yeah, that's just about it for the moon phases that I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to make a part 2 talking about the other moon phases as soon as I go get my freaking Book of Shadows, because I'm sorry guys, I'm just way too lazy to go into my house to go get my Book of Shadows so I can tell you guys about the other moon phases. But definitely a part 2 is coming, and I'm going to give you guys some spells and rituals for those moon phases as well. But to me, I really do focus on the full moons and the new moons the most, because that's what really resonates with me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video and for tuning in with me. I hope you guys like how this video turned out. Let me know if you got any useful information at least out this video, because you know I do this for y'all because I love you guys so much. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have given me over the past couple of months, over the past couple of years. It brings so much joy to my heart. I'm so happy and grateful for you guys. Like, without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. So we're just gonna get a little mushy, real mushy. So thank you guys so much for supporting me and what I do. But I have a little announcement for you guys. So like I said, if you follow along with me on Twitter or in my mailing list, I am coming out with a subscription pack. It's called like Succubus Hours Print Pack. Basically, for $11 a month, you guys will receive 5 4x6 prints, and a postcard, and a postcard. So you can also get it embellished just for a couple of dollars more. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, please go to the link down below so you can check it out, get all the information you need for that subscription pack. And that's about it. I really am so excited to do this subscription pack because it's my first ever on my website, and I did it on my Patreon, but I closed my Patreon, as you know, so I definitely want to still have that feature because I really did love sending out print packs to all my patrons and all my supporters. And if you were a patron for the last 2 months, don't worry, your rewards will be sent out on Monday. You're going to get your rewards, period. I'm so sorry for the delay, but thank you guys so much for being patient with me during this time. But yeah, so if you guys would like to check out the Succubus Hour print pack subscription, the link is down below. And also, I put my tarot decks back up on my site for one more day because you guys have been requesting it so much, and like, I just want everybody to try and get it. I only have 30 more in stock, so if you guys want to claim it, you should like run over to my website because it goes out really fast, and I just really want everybody to get one. But yeah, make sure you follow my Twitter because I have a little surprise coming up on Monday that you guys should like tune into. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for joining in on me today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, abundant week. Bye guys, and have a wonderful day.